What's up, authentic fam? Or should be getting your ass fit fam? Whatever it is you're doing, it ain't gonna change what I'm about to tell you right now. And what we're talking about is 10 ways that communication affects dating. I don't know, I might change that title between now and when I put the thumbnail up. But I got 10 things here, right, that I think guys are miscommunicating to women. So I'm going to read them to you, and you guys can get in the comments and tell me, can you relate, agree, disagree, or did I miss something that you have noticed or thought of as far as what women are interpreting from what you're putting out. So I've told you guys before that when you're communicating to women, very, very, very few things are going to be communicated verbally. And I know that seems counterintuitive. You're like, what are you talking about? Like, how else do we communicate? No, I'm telling you, the talking is the lesser, guys. And also, I want you to keep in mind that the talking is really just like, kind of like a mediation of what's already being felt or established, shown, proved, displayed, whatever, right? You're kind of just like reiterating when you talk, to be honest with you. But let's go over these 10 things, and we'll see if you guys understand what it is I'm trying to say. So dating results are based on what you communicate, and most women aren't interested in what's being said. So that answers right there a lot of guys' questions, or a lot of their redundant questions, like, oh, I can't meet women, or I have a hard time talking to women, or I'm in the friend zone, or this girl doesn't want to sleep with me, or this girl doesn't want to sleep with me again, or this girl ghosted me, or this girl flaked on me, this girl canceled on me. Like, so many of these questions are really answered right there with what I just said. Dating results are based on what you communicate, and most women aren't interested in what's being said. So whatever it is that you're communicating, she doesn't care about that. A lot of guys talk to women and they make conversations about shit that's not important, non-issues, like things that women aren't gravitating towards. All right, and I'm just listening, like I'm overhearing. You know, anytime I'm in a public place, anytime I'm somewhere where there's men and women, I'm always listening, and to what the guys are saying and how they're making conversation. And I already know where the guy's coming from. Majority of the time, the guy's trying to fuck. All right. They're just real shit. And it's not, oh, guys only want one thing. It's not that. It's that I'm a guy and I understand their body language. I understand I understand the mechanism, like where they're coming from and how they're capitulating to the women or trying to appease the women. Basically what they're doing is auditioning. That's what they're doing. They're auditioning like a fucking clown. Check me out. Look at me. I'm entertaining. Look at me doing my little monkey dance. Do you like that? Do you like this? What about this? Do you like that? Oh, I didn't vote for Trump, I swear. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Quit trying to be liked. That's what it is. They're trying to be liked rather than being likable. Okay? And more importantly, rather than being sexy. And that's something that I'm going to be getting into soon. I'm just waiting on more support to come in, more contributions, more people investing in the channel and showing me that that's the path that's going to be worth going down. But I definitely want to get into a whole collection and series of content about sexy, bro. Sexy. And this is something I thought about 15 years ago, long before YouTube. I was just thinking to myself, guys be working out, and it's like, how many guys are working out specifically to be sexy? Not having a nice body, not having a fit body. No, they're trying to like be sexy. Like they're trying to create a body that when women see it, it turns them on, right? Same thing with fragrances. There's guys that are buying colognes to like smell good. I should slap the shit out of you, bro. I should slap the shit out of you. You're either trying to buy a fragrance because you want to smell like success and money, or you should be buying a fragrance because you're going to the gym and you want to like smell crisp, clean and athletic. You know what I'm saying? So there's that whole Axe Gillette type fragrance type shit going on. And then there's, you want to smell sexy. Like you want to get women aroused. You want to get them damp in the pants. And then there's also dress. Are you dressing to be, formal? Are you dressing to be appropriate and all this other shit? Or are you trying to dress to be sexy? You trying to dress in a way that's going to make her panties drop, right? Even haircuts. How many guys are getting haircuts to look sexy? It's something completely fucking different, guys. It's completely different. Okay, trying to be well dressed for an event and trying to dress sexy, two different things. All right, trying to be, well groomed and well kept and well manicured, and then trying to be sexy, again, something completely different. Yes, and for all you childish guys, there is a thin line between what women think is sexy and what women think is gay. Yes, definitely. I'm there with you guys. All you young dudes that's like, oh yeah, but that's gay. This is gay. Okay, yeah, I get it. When you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you're inexperienced, you might be confused between what's gay and what's sexy to women. You might be confused between what's wearing your jeans fitted, which women think is sexy, and then wearing your jeans tight, which is some weird type fruity booty shit, right? There is a thin line, guys. I get it. I agree with you 100%. Even being a dude with dreads, there's a thin line between letting my hair down in a way that women think is dominant, masculine, strong, and sexy, and then letting your hair down in a way that's like, ooh, you go, girl. I get it, guys, right? All right, so let's get to number one on my list. But yes, do get in the fucking comments, do get in the email, do get in the Venmo, the Cash App, and all that other shit if you're down to support a whole Get Sexy movement and allow me a budget that I can really move around and make those type of things happen. I can really go shopping and show you guys how to put together outfits that women are gonna think is sexy. How to go shopping for fragrances with a woman and let her choose the fragrance that's gonna have not only her pants on the floor, but every other woman's panties on the floor too. So if you wanna support that type of shit and you wanna learn how to get that popping in your life, that whole GQ shit, you know where to find me. All right, so number one. She flakes, cancels, or reschedules on you because you accept it. Now, that's what you're communicating to a woman. All right, let's give a quick example of how this plays out. So I had a friend, one of my boys, had met a chick doing what I told him to do. I gave him some real clean pickup, cold approach game, right? So I told him, yo, next time you're somewhere and you see a chick working at the register or wherever, she's busy, but you think she's hot and you like her, man, go off to the corner real quick, get a pen, get a receipt or some shit, and write some shit down. Be like, hey, what's up? I see you. You look amazing. Would love to get to know you. This is my name and number. Let me know what you think about it, right? Fold it up, give it to her. Matter of fact, real quick, let me throw this in there. I was making a video with Barry yesterday, and then afterwards I got on a FaceTime call with this chick that I met off of Tinder, because I don't meet nobody off of Tinder or Instagram or off the internet or whatever without doing a FaceTime with them. Like, I do that very quickly, guys. I get to that immediately. Like, I don't believe that you're who you say you are, and I'm not going to invest any time, energy, or effort into a chick until I FaceTime with her. So anyhow, I was FaceTiming with a chick, and then this Asian chick comes by. So I'm FaceTiming with this Moroccan chick, born and raised in Morocco. Very beautiful women. And this Asian chick is coming towards me, and she smiles and basically shoots some choosing signals. So I'm already on the phone. So what did I do? I took my own advice. I elbowed fucking Barry. I said, yo, give me a pen, because he always has shit like that. He had a pen because he writes notes and stuff. So I took a piece of paper, wrote my name, number down, little note or whatever, and then I got up, not immediately, but 20 minutes had passed. I got up because she passed me, went and sat down and like ordered her food or whatever. So before her shit came, I went over there while I was on FaceTime with the other girl, and I didn't say anything to her. I just went like this. She saw that I was signaling to her. She put her hand out. I put the piece of paper in there, and then I closed my hand on her hand and said, you know what I'm saying, and walked away. Of course, she texted me. So anyway, my boy that I gave that very same advice to, he did it, and it worked for him. So the chick hit him up. He's trying to set up a date with the girl. He set up a daytime, whatever. That time comes, and like he had just spoken to the chick recently, he's on his way over to her, but she had rescheduled on him previously. So she's on his way to go meet her. Then he doesn't hear from her. Now he's upset. He calls me and whatever. So I explained to him where he went wrong. And I know a lot of you guys are like, wait, what? Allende, how's that the guy's fault? That's his fault. Sounds like he did everything right. Wrong. He didn't. Shut the fuck up. Listen to me. This is number one, and I'm giving you an actual anecdotal example of how number one plays out most of the time. She flakes, cancels, or reschedules on you because you accept it. The fact that she had to reschedule on him before and he accepted that, that's why in her mind, this is the guy that I can flake on, I can reschedule on, I can give him any bullshit excuse or whatever, because he will accept it. He'll take that. And then another guy who doesn't make plans, who isn't available to her, who has more options, hit her up and intercepted, and she dropped what she was doing and went to go see that nigga because she has to take his time whenever he offers it, because he's so scarce, he's so hard to get a hold of, and he has so many other options, and she can't give him an excuse. She can't reschedule with him. She can't blow him off and expect to see him again. That's why my boy got flaked on and the other guy got the draws that night. Most of you guys do this. You know it's true. Write it the fuck down. Stop the fuck doing it. All right, guys? You have to practice the behaviors that are going to get you the results you want. Stop doing the same redundant shit that doesn't work well for you. Don't try to logic it. Don't try to reason it. If it doesn't work, stop the fuck doing it. Okay? You're not the arbiter of women's behavior or their interpretation of life. They're not the same as you. We do things logically, respectfully, okay, with integrity, or at least we should. They don't. Get the fuck over it. Stop doing shit like that. Now, I guess I got to give you an example of how it's supposed to go, since you guys are like, well, I don't know what I would say or what I'm supposed to do. Well, the first thing the fuck you do is get more attractive so you have more options to begin with. Then you don't have to be desperate and be with the one-itis and acting like one girl is the only girl. All right? Because the reason why most of you guys act like this in the first place is because you don't have a backup. You don't have a plan B, C, D, E, F, all the way to Z. You don't have other fucking bitches. You have the one possible date. And if that don't go through, then you're all alone. So that's the first fucking thing you need to do, is expand your goddamn options. And until you accomplish that, you need to at least act like it. Act like a guy that has another girl to fucking call, bro. Act like it, all right? So that's the answer to that. You don't fucking reschedule. You don't do all of that dumb shit. You go out and you meet another girl and you start all over again. You accept the fucking loss, okay? And the closing message should be like, hey, listen, my time is very valuable to me. Apparently, it's not that valuable to you. I was under the impression that we had plans, but something more important came up. If you want to make it up to me, you know where to find me, and you leave it at that. Chances are she's not going to contact you. She's not going to make it up to you. You know why? Because you're not that fucking valuable of a guy. So get busy becoming more valuable, dude. Number 2, she makes you wait for sex because you wait for sex. This is kind of like a reiteration of the first fucking conclusion, which is that you're not that valuable of a fucking dude, bro. Which is why you're willing to wait for sex, because you're a nigga that has to wait for fucking sex. That's what that is. So work on being a guy who doesn't, and also behave like one who doesn't in the meantime. In the meantime, you have to, how do they say, fake it till you make it? I'm not telling anybody to fake shit, okay? Figure out what type of guy you want to be and start behaving like that guy while you become that guy. That's the fastest way to get there, all right? So yeah, be very transparent and very clear with women as to what you're attracted to, why you're attracted to them, and what your intentions are. You're not rushing them. You're just saying, listen, I'm attracted to you. I think you're a very beautiful woman or whatever. And, you know, I would like to share those experiences with you. And I would like you to be frank with me and be honest with me and upfront and let me know, you know, what that's about. And 2 things can happen with that. She might just say, hey, listen, I'm not interested in that. Which is going to be tough for her because she's going to want the attention. She's going to want whatever else she can get out of you. So she might talk herself into a debt and be like, yeah, okay, I understand where you're coming from, and I'm, you know, getting to know you or whatever. It's like, all right, bitch, you know where I'm coming from, so don't act surprised later when I try to put my dick in you. All right, number 3, she isn't confident you're good in bed because you don't look or act fit for the task. All right, so this comes back to what I was saying about the whole fitness thing, bro. A lot of guys aren't getting laid. They're not getting sex with the women they want to have sex with, and then they're acting dumbfounded like they can't figure out why. Bro, you want to have sex with her because of the way she looks. She looks like she's good in bed. She looks like an attractive woman that you would love to have sex with. Okay, do you look like an attractive guy she would love to have sex with? Do you look like a guy that's going to rock her world in the bedroom? Is there anything special or extraordinary about... All right. Well, that's that. That's what that's about. So, yeah, women don't want to waste their time giving up the butt to a guy that's not going to satisfy. So they need to be compensated in some way, which is why so many women are willing to put it on the market. So many women are willing to sell their sexuality because they're like, well, at least I'm going to get something for it. At least I'm going to get something out of it, because very few guys are giving them an even exchange. Very few guys are as sexy, as attractive as they are. Very few guys are going to make the sex as enjoyable as they're going to enjoy the woman. So that's the problem, guys. They're not getting anything out of it. Stop acting surprised when women don't want to have sex with you when there's nothing enjoyable about it. There's nothing to fucking get. All right? So start looking like a guy that's good in bed and start becoming a guy that knows what to do in bed. And I'm going to start making a bunch of content about that. It's going to have a lot of girls involved. Another thing that I want to start doing, and it's going to seem like I'm begging for money a lot lately, but I don't fucking beg for money. It's this: to deliver the content that I want to deliver to you guys, I need a goddamn budget. Women cost money. Romance costs money. But what I want to start doing now that I'm a free agent again is I want to start slaying pussy like I used to, slaying the goddamn the vaginal dragons. And then when I'm done, I'm going to be asking the women what they enjoyed about it. I want them to describe the foreplay, describe the penetration, the stroke, the rhythm, the whole 9 yards. And how I'm going to be able to do this and have the women be comfortable is I'm just going to voice record it. I'm not going to like put women on camera talking about our sex life or our sex experience, but I am going to record these women's feedback as to my sex game, because there was a guy who was asking me to make content like kissing girls, teaching them how to kiss girls. And I was like, dude, he asked me how much it would cost. And I gave him the cost for me as well as the girls that I would kiss, because I was like, dude, I can't tell you how to kiss girls. I have to, first of all, show you. I have to first demonstrate it. I can't describe it with words. And then the next thing is I need the women to tell you what it is they like and what they enjoy and all that type of shit, because not only are all women different, but how am I going to explain to you how women want to be kissed? So I think it's the same thing with the sex, because I'm really giving a lot of thought to how can I help guys become better in the bedroom. And I'm like, well, you know what I mean? I know what the fuck to do. So I'm going to kind of be giving guys bullet points on what they should be thinking, like what their thought process should be, so that they can acquire the information they need to from the female. But then also I'm going to get the feedback from the females that I deal with, at least, so you guys can kind of put my advice into better context, if that makes sense. All right, so that's number 3. This video is gonna need a part 2 to the rate that we're going. Okay, so number 4, she doesn't value your time because you don't. Yeah, so that's another thing. When you let women waste your time, bro, you know what women are gonna do? They're gonna waste your time. If you let a bully take your lunch money, you know what a bully's gonna do? Take your lunch money. Not fucking rocket scientists, guys. Not rocket science here. Again, the reason why you guys fall into making these fucking novice-ass, amateur-ass mistakes is because you don't have options. You don't have other women. You can't afford to lose one because it's your only prospect. That's your fucking fault. That means you're not leveling up your attractiveness enough, fast enough, or at all. You're not meeting enough women. You're not getting enough numbers and giving enough numbers. You're not sending enough DMs. You're not swiping on enough chicks. That's the problem. You're not getting enough leads, basically. All right. So act like a salesperson, bro. Like telemarketing. The more leads that you have is the better chances you're gonna have of closing the deal. All right. And it also is more experience to be had. You get more practice when you have more leads. Number 5, she thinks she is better than you because you act like she's better than you. Yeah. So a lot of guys do this too. They're constantly like putting the girl before them. They're constantly capitulating. They're constantly pandering. And bro, women know when they're being fucking pandered to. Women know when their ass is being kissed, bro. And what that tells them is that you don't have other options because you're acting so desperate and like you can't afford to upset her. You can't afford to be denied her pussy. Well, what that tells her is that your dick game is trash, and then also you don't have any other women. So stop acting like that. Stop acting like a guy that has no other girls, all right? Because women don't want to be with a guy that no other women want to be with. That's just the way it is. A woman would rather sleep with a married man than a dude that other women aren't interested in. It's just the way that the fuck it is, guys. All right, so number 6. She thinks she is your best or only option because you act like she is. So again, that's kind of like the same thing. I know it's like, well, it's the same thing. It's not really the same thing. It's a completely different behavior. It's a completely different message being communicated. It's just being sent for the same reasons. It's true for the same reasons, but it's not the same actual thing, guy. So you guys have to stop acting like a chick is your best option. So stop acting so overly motivated. Stop acting like you have to win her over. Stop acting like she has to accept you. You need to behave as if she's auditioning for you, not you are auditioning for her. But again, that's very difficult for guys that do not have options to pull off. That's very difficult for guys who aren't attractive to pull off. So I'm being very practical here, guys. That's why I think my advice is so much better than most dating coaches, because most dating coaches, number one, give you a one size fits all type response and answer. That's the first thing. And then the next thing is they act like they can just say these things whether they're true or not, and then expect them to work for every guy. And it's like, the issue isn't that these things don't work. The issue is that these things don't work for this guy. That's the fucking problem. The mystery and the rocket science in dating advice isn't the actual things that work and things that don't work and what women like and what women... Oh, that's not the magic to it, dumbass. That's what we should all already know. The issue is that you're not that guy. That's the fucking issue. The problem is that you're not that guy. So you can't just say be confident when the guy has nothing to be confident about. You can't say maintain frame when the guy never developed a fucking frame to begin with. What the fuck, man? Oh, I'm here for you guys, though. I'm here for you. All right, number 7. She entertains her other options because they're better. I shouldn't have to explain that, bro. That's the whole competitive edge that most of you motherfuckers do not have. You guys aren't out looking the next guy. You're not out earning the next guy. You're not fucking out dressing the next guy. You're not out charisma in the next guy. You're not out talking the next guy. You're not out fucking the next guy. You're not out creativing the next guy. You're not out listening the next guy. You're not out anythinging the next guy. You're not being competitive about it at all, and then wondering why you're not doing well with chicks. Because you're just going to chicks as you are, why isn't this working? What the fuck, bro? Because you're not taking into consideration all the other guys that want her. What the fuck do you have to give you an edge over those guys? Nothing. All right, next. Number 8. She is bored because you're boring. A lot of you guys aren't doing cool shit. You're not saying cool shit. You don't have cool stories to fucking tell. Nothing interesting, nothing intriguing. You gotta go do some things, bro. You gotta do cool shit. You gotta always be doing cool shit. All right? Earn money, spend it doing cool shit. Have fucking things to share with people. We'll talk about that more later, but you know what I'm saying, guys. Goddamn, bro. It's a lot. There's a lot here, man. Like I said, bro, guys are down bad. Guys are really down bad these days. All right. Number 9. She takes your time, attention, validation, or money because that's what you offer. All right, this is also important. I see a lot of guys doing this shit. They're always trying to win women over with shit that it's like, damn, my dude, is that really what you want to be doing? You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me of when I be talking to my neighbors or some shit. I be real careful as to what I say, because I'm not fucking obligating me to doing no shit that me don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm real careful. You know, it's kind of like when something happens and you're like, hey, man, let me know if I could do anything. Hey, be careful with that, because some people will take you up on that offer. They're like, well, you could, blah, 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 blah. Now you're like, fuck, I don't really want to do all of that. So, I be careful when I'm talking to family members. I'm careful when I'm talking to my grandparents, friends, those old people and shit. I'm real careful, because I don't want to invite myself to some shit that I don't really have the time or the energy or the desire to do. So it's the same thing with what I see a lot of guys doing with women, bro. It's like the way that they try to get into a woman's life or into her world is doing a bunch of shit that only a sucker would be doing anyway. And it's like, is that really how you want to define yourself to her? That's how you want to categorize yourself? Like the dude that's doing all this, favors and doing all this extra shit? Or just you're the dude that's overly giving her attention and you're just trying too hard, bro. And so what I'm saying is, if you're not offering attractiveness, you're not offering leadership, you're not offering any type of useful intel, you're not offering good dick, you're not offering making these memories with her, you're not offering these awesome experiences, right? You're not offering anything that's cool, anything that's dope. You're just offering attention. You're just offering time. You're auditioning for the friend zone, bro. So for example, when guys are always like, oh man, she put me in the friend zone. Okay, number one, you put yourself in the friend zone. You're the one doing all that dumb shit and getting nothing in return, right? Or not getting what you want in return. But the next thing is, she's gonna tell you that you're a nice guy, that you treat her well, that you're fun to talk to, you're a good listener, and all this other shit. And then she's gonna put you in the friend zone, or you're gonna put yourself in the friend zone, right? And then you're gonna sit there and act like somehow that's not fair, that's not adequate. My dude, the behavior that you're exhibiting is good friend qualities, like it's good friend shit. And what she did was she placed you in the role where you were best suited, a fucking friend. That's what you behaved like, a good friend. So that's where she put you. Did you behave like a fucking playboy? No. Did you behave like a heartthrob? No. Did you perform like a magnum in the bedroom? No. So why would she be doing those things with you? That's not how you presented yourself. You didn't present yourself as a good candidate for casual sex. You didn't present yourself as fun, wild, spontaneous, exciting, dangerous. You didn't present yourself as any of those sexy things that gets her pussy wet, and then you're like upset that she put you where you belong. She put you where the fuck you're qualified to be, a friend. So if all you offer is attention, time, effort, money, paying for shit, spoiling her, don't be mad at her if that's what she takes you up on, because that's what you offer, dummy. You didn't offer hard dick and bubble gum. If that's what you want to give her, then tell her that, offer that. And if she says no, you need to work on your dick and bubble gum. All right, number 10, and we out of here. She does the things you allow because you allow them. All right, so this is for the guys that's like, oh, she doesn't respect me. Oh, she doesn't follow. Oh, she's not feminine. All this other shit. It's like, yeah, nigga, but you're with her. Why you telling me about this bitch? Cause you with this bitch. You know this bitch. That's your fault. That's your fault. You accept any of that, then that's what you get. You get it because that's what you accept. And why do you accept it? Because you ain't got a better option. Why don't you have a better option? Because you aren't a better option. All right, guys, that's enough of that. Communicate better messages, bro. Communicate what you want a chick to interpret. What you want her to know about you, that's what you need to communicate to her. What you want her to think about you, feel about you, that's what you have to omit. That's what you have to send to her. If you're not doing respectable shit, if you're not a respectable dude, she's not gonna fucking respect you. If you're not a strong dude, she's not gonna fucking value you like that. It's just the way it is, bro. All right, so work on you guys, and we'll figure out how to present that quality once that quality is created. But if you ain't working with much, you ain't got shit to project in the first fucking place, which doesn't mean that you're out of the game. It just means you're gonna have to operate with women on a lower level for now while you get your weight up. All right, email me, text me, you know what it is. Stay positive, keep it fucking authentic, and support the goddamn channel so we can get more of this shit popping. I want to get more deeper and more unique in how I do things over here, because it needs to be done. Also, get in the comments, man. Get interactive with this shit. Let me know what's up. We're out of here.